Oh boy, it's free.
Oh boy, you heard it's free.
You heard it here first.
And here's a little bit of our so this will make
Just
you
the sound I wanted to hear.
yeah. Buddy is here. We have already yelled at Buddy about 6 times. Goddamn Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, my dog. Buddy's a pit bull, but Buddy's good stuff. Nick,
Yeah.
do you want to hear about the Mickey Gacella show? Okay, so I'm going to set the scene. I show up so freaking excited. It's me and Lauren. That comes. We'll be talking about that later on.
You and Lauren.
Me and Lauren, we go to see a show. We got tickets to go to see the show. Mickey hooked us up. I was so excited. We show up. It's a real small thing. It's called the Church of Satire Comedy Club. It's a very intimate, sold out show, and we walk in. Man, I'm like peeing my pants. I'm like, where's Mickey? Where's Mickey? Where's Mickey? But like, it's not all about Mickey. There were other comedians there. I wish I could just sit here and name all the comedians. I'm not that my memory.
Were they any good?
They were fucking awesome.
Did any of them perform bong hit transplant?
No. Tom Myers.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. This stuff, whenever I talk about Tom Myers, that was inspired by Mickey Gacella, because he has a whole skit about Tom Myers, and it opened my eyes to how a comedian doesn't really have to be funny. He can just be a comedian, and it's still funny. It's still really funny, because Tom Myers is a comedian who sucks ass. So what I like about Mickey Gacella's comedy show, for one, I feel like, and this could be just a really, really big coincidence, like a really good coincidence, I feel like he tailored it to his audience, including myself. He started off with a podcast joke. He said something, and it's not going to be funny when I say it. I can't repeat. I can't do Mickey Gacella comedy, but he starts off, he says, on my way here, it's a 1-hour drive. I know it for a fact. And he's already funny. Just walking up there, we're laughing, you know. But I guess we had three other comics with a host who was also a comic doing comedy in between, introducing everyone like the MC. It's funny seeing an MC introduce an MC, because like Mickey Gacella for one, MC, but you know, master of ceremony. So we show up, and the first comedian. Let me get back to where I was going with Mickey's his 59-minute joke. So he's like, it's a 1-hour drive to get here to this comedy club. I know it for a fact from my house. It's 59 minutes or 1 hour. So I put on a 59-minute long podcast, and I'm listening to this podcast. And then 10 minutes from arriving to this show, the podcast is over. And he's sitting there. He's like mind blown. He's like, who the fuck makes a 59-minute long podcast and ends it 10 minutes early? He's like, oh, I stopped for gas. Oh, he's like, I'm an idiot. He stopped for gas. It was still playing while he was getting gas. So he got there. He was like expecting it to be like 15. Well, our previous podcast was how many minutes?
59.
It was. I thought that was really cool. He started his show utilizing.
He doesn't love you.
He doesn't love me. He's being a great person, a great performer,
a great friend.
Man, I felt so honored to, you know. And what's the chances of him finding a 59-minute long podcast? Pretty good. A lot of podcasts are 59 minutes, but at least I felt that way. And that's all. That's all that matters. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I've confirmed. I didn't ask him, but I did get to talk to him for like 15 minutes afterwards. But I didn't ask him about whether
was that joke about me.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that, but like it doesn't matter. He's tailoring jokes to people in the audience, and there was certain he would go around the audience and just not call everyone out, but he definitely called out the one black dude that was there and said some hilarious stuff. And the guy loved every bit of it. He called out Lauren, my girlfriend, on something, and he called out somebody else. And, you know, so the other comics did that too. And that's what they're supposed to do. And what I really love...
Crowd work.
Yeah, crowd work. What I really love about Mickey Gacella is he even said it up there on stage. He said, I'm not scripting any of this. I didn't think about, you know, what I'm doing. This is all free flow, which is basically the best kind of flow that you can get. And that's how we do it on the podcast.
Until you get one bad one.
Oh, they're not. You can't all have winners.
Yeah.
Not every podcast is my favorite that I've made, but I do have certain ones that I enjoy, and I'll actually listen to them because they're great. That's the ones that this is my art. You know, I'll listen to it myself. And but no. So the whole show was just. I mean, I even from the start before Mickey, I had a hard time breathing through most of the entire hour and a half to 2 hours I was there. And that doesn't sound like, it's like a roller coaster. Like,
He just has real bad asthma.
yeah, no. It was, I mean, it hurt. The laughter hurt. So it was great. It was a good hurt.
Yeah.
I wish you were there, Nick.
Yeah. Saturday. That was Saturday night, correct?
That was a Saturday night. Yeah, this past one.
I was doing something.
This was in Hanover, PA.
I don't think I was home.
You couldn't go. I would have told Lauren to stay home. I'm just joking. Sorry, Lauren. Just a comedy. I've been ripping on her so bad. Connor's like, you shouldn't tell someone you have a girlfriend on the podcast. I was like, that doesn't mean I need to stay with her.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I need to stay with Lauren.
Next podcast. Yeah, I'm single.
Yeah, I'm single. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that would have been great. Yeah, she broke up with me. No, I wouldn't joke about, if she didn't have thick skin like that, I wouldn't joke about it. She's so good. And I listen.
Don't fucking yell at me.
Yeah, correct. She would punch me in the face. I always laugh about, I know how much you love Howard Stern. And,
Fag.
oh, man. That's podcastable, I guess.
Curly haired fuck.
Old, you're supposed to call him old. Old, yet Howard Stern.
Fuck that guy.
Is it because he's Jewish?
No, I could give a fuck less
I don't
about
even
that.
know that he's Jewish.
He's just the biggest piece of shit.
I know he is, but
he's
I don't
just
think...
a sick fuck is
Jewish
what he
people
is.
are great. Everybody's great. I freaking love everyone. Okay, I don't like
Fuck Howard
everyone,
Stern.
but it's
and
not
Howie Mandel, too.
I don't like people that are completely Caucasian white, some of them. But that's not because they're Caucasian white. I just don't like certain people. And it has nothing to do with race, pride, or... I'm going with pride as like a lion's
Walking
pride.
a thin line there, Dan.
Thin, I can fall through.
Yeah.
Ow, it hurts. It's like anyway. No, it has nothing to do with anything like that. But no, so I do enjoy and love the Howard Stern stuff. So he has a wife that he's up there talking about, you've heard of Howard Stern stuff. Like, he's like, oh my God, he's complimenting women. Like, look at those tits and just awful stuff. Like, it's good comedy, good radio. I feel like I should be able to do the same. And if Lauren can't handle it, then she's not the girl for me. Right?
I guess so.
If she can't handle my radio antics.
What do they call it? Not natural selection. I guess it is natural selection,
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story what happened Saturday.
All right.
I don't have to edit it because I was good. You'd be so proud of me. We're at the dock at the boats. Me and Brendan have a boat and a wave runner. I have both my wave runners, but only one of them is in the water. I've been out on the water almost every other day. So this is, I'm guessing this is, I don't even know what is today, Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
This had to be Tuesday or Monday, and Lauren knows all about this. We're at the dock, and we come back after me and Brendan are like bathing in the sun on his boat. My wave runner's hooked up to it, and we're anchored, and we're watching the sunset like two straight men would on a boat. He's, in the back of the boat. I'm on the front of the boat. We're yelling back and forth to each other. And I come back to the dock, and there are two beautiful women. Beautiful. With a man who, he's a good guy. He's a good person, but they're not together or anything. And you'd be so proud of me, Nick. They were like, I'm standing at the dock waiting for Brendan to come in and help him dock his boat, put it back on the trailer. And because it's getting dark and all that, and we're chatting, like I'm telling them about the podcast and stuff. They were like, we really want to go on a boat ride. And I said, I bet you this guy will give you a boat ride. So they're like, Brendan comes back, and Brendan's like, oh my God, look at these bombshells. They were really good looking women, and I was like, Brendan, these beautiful women and this gentleman here want to go on a boat ride, and he's like, okay, I'll take him out. So I stayed at the dock. I am like, I got a girlfriend. I'm not going out there. This is dangerous territory. I was like, Brendan, go for it, man. So it was two dudes and two dudes. It was two.
So is Brendan's boat still just idle?
We got it up to 2,500 RPM now, and we don't know what the issue is at that point. But I got it running. I got it in the water. There's got to be some sort of computer issue, some
electrical.
He's dialing it down. I said, you need to hire somebody that has a computer that can tell us what you think it might be fuel injectors. It could be a lot of different little things, but there's so much stuff involved, So, but anyway, you should be proud of me. I stayed at the dock. I sat on the dock for like 45 minutes waiting for them to come back. They went out and they went to the cove and they anchored up and I came and I'm texting Lauren the whole time. I'm like, you be proud of me. There's 2 beautiful women on this boat. I'm not on it. I stayed at the dock. Look at me being all grown up.
And did you regret it?
No, I don't regret it at all. It was good. Good times.
What did they do out there? Just
I have no idea. No idea.
I guess what stays on Brandon's boat.
That's what happens. It's a good time. I don't think they did anything.
I highly fucking doubt it.
I doubt he's such a wuss. Make a move.
I'm not saying that, but
Make a move, man. Come on.
you really think Brendan's gonna take a guy and 2 girls out there and fuck on the boat?
I don't know. I don't care.
3 people he's never fucking met. You know?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean,
all they
there's-
had to do was throw his ass overboard, and they had a boat.
Man. So I just know that I felt like a grown up, and I was like, they are not mine. I have mine's at home. Yeah, that's pretty decent. There was a day parts of my life would I would have been out there for 2-3 hours. You know, when I was single and way younger, like a year ago.
Fucking 4 hours ago.
Yeah, 4 months ago. No, I mean I've had my wild times. Having a boat is a lot of stuff. You gotta resist drinking too much. You gotta resist trying to get mad at people and spraying water at them with the jet skis, and people piss you off on purpose. Sometimes I feel like that happens in the car. How many times a day do you have to hold yourself back, Nick?
I was probably once yesterday and once today.
Yeah,
So like every other day, maybe every day.
I like killing.
I drive fast though.
Yeah, I drive
almost-
fast as shit.
I don't tell nobody. I almost slammed into the back of somebody today, but
Ooh.
it wasn't my fault.
Oh, it was so your cell phone's fault. It was
No.
being too flashy.
No, I was driving. So it was me and then a car to my left, but slightly in front of me, and a car in front of me, slightly in front of me. So like I had to like zigzag, right?
Uh-huh.
So I zigzag, and as I'm going straight for maybe a quarter mile, half a mile at this point,
You're starting to pick up some speed.
picking up some speed, and this asshole just fucking gets over because the guy in front of him decided to turn right and he didn't want to slow down. So I almost I hit my brakes and I slid because it was like gravelly road kind of like it wasn't it was paved road, but there was like gravel on the road.
Yeah.
And I slid a little bit, and he went back over, but it was just like, what the fuck, man? Did you not see me?
He didn't care. I love people that like I'm going down 95 and there's someone, I'm in the fast lane and there's someone in the lane to the right of me and they realize the person in front of them is going a little bit slower than they want. They don't look in their rear view or their side view.
They just get over.
And they just get over right in front of me. I'm barreling. I'm like, bah.
Did I
And
tell you?
I'm like, what the hell? But they're not going over. It's not like they're getting over and hitting the gas. They're just going to slowly go around the person that they wanted to go around in front of them.
Yeah.
And then when they realize they're 48 car lengths in front of them, they go to the right a little bit, and then I can go forward some more. That's how I feel like that goes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, get out of my way.
Did I tell you about the guy who tried to like run me off the road on the bridge that merges?
They
95
always
and
lose with me.
695?
I've had people slam into shit. Like I'm like,
So like, do you know how if you're on 95 north, right after you get out the tunnel and you merge onto 695, you have to go up that big ramp. It's a big left turn.
Yeah.
And it's about 200 to 300 feet in the air, like at the highest point.
Yeah, it's real high.
I was going around that corner around 70, maybe 75, because you can go around that corner around 90.
You can go pretty fast. And you can pretty much see a good amount.
You can see almost all of it.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. It was me and a red Chevy Silverado.
Don't you love how you can still remember the?
Oh, yeah. And what pisses me off is the fact that he didn't have a front license plate. I mean, I don't either. But,
I do. You can't read my rear one, but yeah.
But the fact is, I was in the right lane because it's 2 lanes. That whole bridge turn is 2 lanes. And it stays 2 lanes even after it gets back on flat ground for about what would you say, quarter mile, half a mile?
So good. And you got 2 lanes for a while.
Yeah. So that's
enough that you can
after
pass,
the bridge.
You can pass a good 15 cars on that if you wanted.
Yes. So I'm going up it leaving the land part from 95, and I just get on the ramp part, right?
Are you in the right lane or the left?
I'm in the right lane.
Okay.
And it's literally me and him. Mm-hmm. Nobody else on, like, from my part of the bridge to literally the other side of 695. So it was literally open lane.
Yeah.
So I'm going 60, or I'm going 70, 75 because, like, it was one of those days where it's like, I don't need to drive fast. So I'm cruising and he's going around 55, 60. So obviously I'm going faster than him. Yeah. So I'm in the right lane.
It's
and
natural.
All of a sudden starts drifting into the right lane. I'm like, okay, maybe this dumb fuck doesn't use his rear view mirror or his side mirror.
Some people don't have the rear view.
I flip on my left and I start going around him, and the dickhead merges back over.
He was drifting and he came back into his lane.
No, he did it on purpose.
Ooh, that's even worse.
He ran me probably about like a good 6 inches away from hitting the Jersey wall at the highest point of that turn. So like I was well over the yellow line because he was pushing my ass. He didn't want me to pass him. And then when I did get past him, I hit my brakes and I started slowing down, but the dickhead would not pass me.
Nice.
It pissed me off. I still have a picture of his truck. I have a picture of his truck on my car still, or my phone.
What do I have on my truck, Nick?
Fucking train horn.
Train horn with an air compressor and freaking tank. Man, that thing will make anyone pee their pants. Somebody's windows open. A guy wanted to. We're coming off of a ramp going from 695. Yeah, so we're on 695, Nick. Me and this guy, and we're merging in to. Not into 95.
Okay, so the two right lanes that
Caton
turn
Avenue.
right. Oh, no. The lower part.
Yeah,
okay.
we're coming down. We're going up a hill.
Okay.
Coming in, and we're coming up. And it's our turn to get into traffic, right? And to get into a very slow area. And we're both being pretty good. So I got to the end of the ramp, and I put my left-hand turn signal. I made sure someone opened up a little spot for me. And this guy wants to go to the right of me. I'm coming up this highway, and we're merging into 95.
Yep.
And our lane, the guy, it's a blue Corolla or something like that behind me.
Okay.
So our lane is literally bending into nothing. Like where it ends.
Yeah.
You got dashed lines, and you got to get in. He wants to go. I got a spot open for me. His job is to open up another spot behind us, right? But he wanted to go around me to the right. So I did this. I turned the wheel to the right, left. Every time he tried to get around me, I went right, left, and he got so pissed. And the car that opened my spot understands what I'm doing. I'm like, you're in a line. Get in.
You're in a queue.
You're in queue. You're behind me, motherfucker.
Yeah, zipper merge.
Yeah. So I'm like, right, left. He was so fucking pissed off. And like the concrete thing's coming in, right? So he can't go. There's no way. He could probably squeeze by, but he's in the solid line at that point.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to be in the solid line. For one, there's nails right there. You don't want to ride in the nails. There's broken glass. There's all this other stuff. So he got so pissed off. He's behind me. He made himself a hole like 4 cars back because now everyone knows he's an asshole.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're not letting that asshole in. So he got 4 or 5 cars back. He goes in like the second and third lane, and he's trying to get next to me. And we're going like 30 miles an hour. It's not like we're flying.
Yeah.
It's not dangerous. It's just a pride thing. He really had to just. So I'm in the second lane at this point, second from the right. He finally gets after like 5-6 minutes. He gets to the right. We're sitting in traffic. I mean, we're trying to get to the tunnel, and Keep Bridge is down at this point in this story. Yeah. So like everyone's using the tunnels, and it's nearly impossible to get through the tunnel at more than 18 miles an hour. So he finally gets to my right, and his window's down, and he's got his arm out. I can see him in the side of my eye, and I'm looking over. I'm like, he is so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'm just, this tastes so good. I love it, right? I'm like, oh, I love that taste. It's like grape soda, like fucking like fizzy grape soda. It's so good with ice, after a hot day. So he's over there just like, he's eating a shit sandwich still. He's just like, I want to get this guy. And he goes about 1 car length past me, and I blast my air horns right in his window. And I can see him. He turns his wheel to the right. Oh God! Oh, if I could just do it again. Oh, so good. That was today.
I had to come home and change my pants.
I'm crying. Like, this was so good, Nick. It was so good. So if you're one of those drivers that thinks you're better than everyone else, you're not better than me and Nick.
No.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you're not going to get past that.
And if you are better than us,
fuck you.
fuck you. Honk. Oh, man.
So
but it wasn't revenge. It was just like, stay in your line, dude.
So I have an idea for you.
Yes. What's your idea?
Taking the motors out of your jet skis.
That looks horrible.
No, I've seen a lot of people do it lately.
I got 2 text messages, one from my friend Avery, one from my girlfriend Lauren, with the same exact video of a small, tiny little boat.
But it has an outboard on it, though.
That has an outboard?
No, this one has a jet ski motor in it.
No, the one that I saw had jet skis. It was a jet ski tiny boat. The picture Nick's showing me is on a jet ski trailer. It looks like a tugboat.
It's a tugsy.
It's a tugsy. Never. How would someone find that if they wanted to see that picture? If you wanted to see that picture, how would you find it?
So the account that posted it was a Stacy Phelps, and
it's
the only
a YouTube short.
Yeah, it's got 50,000 likes and 6,000 shares. So I mean, it's relatively popular.
It looks like a little blue tugboat.
It looks like a Fisher Price kids tugboat.
It does. That's the best way of putting it. And it's horrible with an outboard on it. What size?
No,
is that?
it's got a jet ski motor in it. I'm saying the normal ones that you normally would see have little outboards.
Oh,
on
okay.
them.
So now we're on the same page. Yeah. So let
me see if I'll go see if I can pull up the actual video for you.
Yeah, the tiny ones that I get that I keep getting sent to me. They're always on like some Instagram thing or some face page, Snapchat.
Snatch your chat.
Some chatterbot thing. And I don't have all that shit. I'm not, and they just sent me a link and I'm like, oh, I hit the button.
So it's a tugboat sandbox.
It's so tiny. So this guy does this. And what's the point? So you
4 corners and put a hinge so
this guy has nothing else to do with his life. Maybe he should take some time and shave off his Luigi and Mario mustache. Maybe that's what he needs to do with his time.
All right, so
just ordering some more stuff. I'm getting a bilge pump, switch panel. I will probably be.
I'm just saying, Nick. If I want to do this project, I'm not doing it. Even if I wanted to, I have jet skis I could transform into that, and I wouldn't do it. It's a waste of time. You're going to get on the water, and people are just going to laugh at you.
What else?
I mean, what else? How about a real vessel?
No, that thing's pretty dope.
You haven't been to the bar we've been going to, Nick. Is we take our what do you think we did last night, Nick?
I'd pull up in that bitch.
What do you think?
Guess what? It'd be a conversation starter.
It'll be so retarded.
I guarantee you that everybody would come down to the dock and be like, "Oh man, that's fucking sick." Guaranteed.
So last night, what do you think me and Brendan did?
Coke.
No, Jesus God, I've never done cocaine. I can openly say that. I can literally say, and if anybody thinks I have, challenge me. Tell me a time you've seen me doing it. Never, not once, not my
this video on my camera roll.
As a hard rock drummer, professional hard rock drummer, I've never done cocaine. I've been around a lot of people that have done cocaine, which is I'm proud of that. I'm super proud, and I believe that everyone else should resist any temptation of somebody saying you should try this, because if you don't try it, you won't have that monkey on your back the rest of your life. You won't have to deal with that, That's my little anti-drug campaign thing. But I'm going to go back to my question while I urge Nick to put his phone down.
Sorry, I was pulling up the tug ski.
I'm good. Tug ski is yesterday ski.
No.
I don't want to send it to me later. Okay.
No, you're lame.
I'm not lame. You can do it. You know how hard it is to do anything in this world?
Oh, without a doubt.
And just that's cool. Okay. That's neat that they did that. I'm with you. That's what you wanted. I love it, Nick. It's my favorite.
That'll be my vessel.
Go ahead.
That'll be my bass boat.
Try to get it inspected by the U.S. Coast Guard, see what they say.
I mean, shit.
No, I think they'll let that go. So, what do you think we did last night?
You went to a bar. No, you did not go to a bar. You said you went out on the water. I was asleep when you texted.
I did. I figured you were asleep. I took my boat.
Yes, I noticed that was gone when I woke up.
Yep. Took my 21-foot in 1981 Mark Twain V-hull.
Mark Twain.
My Mark Twain. I can't even do it. Took my Mark Twain out. And Brendan took his boat out. It's a Sea Ray. It's a 26-foot Sea Ray.
His is bigger?
His is bigger.
I didn't know that.
See, we both pull up on boats on trailers, and he's like, is that your vessel? It's real tiny. It's so much smaller than mine. I was like, it's easier. I mean, it's easier to play with.
I mean, I manage.
It's easier. It fits in my hand.
I can park it out back.
Yeah, it fits in my parking spot. It's still pretty big.
It fits in my backyard.
Lauren likes it. So anyway, we launched 2 boats last night.
At the same time? Or one after the other?
Same time. Well, I mean, yeah, we did.
Well, I know there's multiple docks, like loading docks.
We didn't do them like
Tandem.
okay, 1, 2, 3, launch.
We did in tandem.
We helped each other. Yeah. So he put mine in his hand, and I put his in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no, we launched 2 boats, and we went to Luna Sea. Luna Sea is a bar where you can pull your boat up to a dock it, and then walk into the bar like you're a boss. It's pretty cool.
I've done that once or twice when I was in Florida. Obviously, it wasn't my boat, but
Yeah,
done the same thing. It was pretty neat. It's interesting.
It's really a weird feeling. It's like
is.
You're next to all of these people with real money.
Yeah, like when you leave, it's not like, all right, time to go get in the car. It's like,
Yeah.
let's go get in the boat.
We left right when it was getting dark. It was like 9 o'clock or so, and maybe like 9:30, because we're old people.
Yeah.
And but it's dark at that point, and I couldn't even, when I looked out from walking off the bar, walking down the dock, I was like, "Where's my boat?" Everything looks different. Like from when I left, I know what it looked like when I got there. All the boats look way better at night. Every boat, even my shitty old boat, looks really good. You can't see it. You can't see all the details. That's why I got to get my LED lights going. Underwater LEDs. That's what I'm putting in.
Yeah.
Like those boats with like the blue haze coming down out the back. So of course, Luna Sea is like right across from where we launched, just like about maybe a mile. And we rode back, and it's really cool. That's the end of story. That was our night last night, and I'm looking forward to some weekend days like that. Where we can actually sleep on the boat. You can wake up at the dock. You can just get hammered and walk out on your boat and sleep in the cuddy cabin.
Yeah. I did find this video on YouTube. It's called the Thorny Devil. Let me just make sure that is correct. It is a lizard that lives in the desert.
I might have seen it. It's a cool looking thing.
Yes.
We do stumble upon the same kind of stuff. Me and Nick we've done that. We're like, let me see what we got. I'm looking at a picture. You need to zoom in on it. Wow, that thing looks badass. It's like handheld. Remember, my eyes are dog shit. Wow, that thing looks really cool. Okay, so it's a lizard.
Yep.
And it is. Does it always have thorns like that?
I mean, there's probably different variations of them, but
wow, that thing is spiked out the ass. It's got spikes all over its legs, all over its back.
So what's cool about this thing is it can drink through its legs.
Oh my God.
So the way its skin is, what was the word? There was a video.
It absorbs.
Through contraction of the muscles, I think. You can literally see the water traveling up their skin.
Oh, it's creepy.
It's like when you stab a piece of toilet paper. Here it is. Here's the video.
My finger normally goes through the toilet paper, Nick. I love this guy. This guy's great.
The Thorny Devil has a trick.
God, he's so spiky. Look this guy up.
He's found a tiny puddle only a few millimeters deep.
Just watch.
And he dips his toe into it.
I can't wait to see it. Oh, yeah, his toe. Oh, yes.
You see the water traveling up his
like
leg?
A sponge.
His skin is like blotting paper.
Oh, that's so cool.
Just keep watching.
Let's
He
go on.
collects moisture by capillary action, sucking it up along the interconnecting grooves until he glistens all over.
Oh, man. He's like swallowing.
When the water reaches his mouth, he can collect it, while still keeping his head up on the lookout for danger.
Wow, that is badass. Okay, hit pause.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. His whole body went from dry to a wet sponge.
Like the fact that you can see the moisture traveling up the grooves
Yeah.
is crazy.
So what's that guy's name? Me and Lauren love listening to that. We fall asleep. Like we just put, what's his name? Sometimes
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
I think that's his name.
He is so good. He makes everybody happy. He does. He makes you feel so warm and fuzzy.
But yeah, I saw that and I was a little mind blown.
David Attenborough is, maybe we can get him on the podcast. Yeah, right.
Also, I learned something about eagles today as well.
Eagles?
You know,
I like
eagles
animals.
live to about 70 years.
No, that's a long time.
And then about 40 years into their life, they sometimes go through this thing called the rebirth of the eagle.
No.
So,
I know about the blood eagle. We can talk about the blood eagle afterwards.
So
Blood eagle.
the rebirth
that is
of an
awful.
eagle consists of, like, basically about after 40 years of age, you know, the beak of the eagle starts to get dull and, you know, weak.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like their talons.
You said I know, as if I know that.
Their talons get weak and, you know, their feathers get heavy because they're old. They're 40 years old.
Do the eagles have sharp talons?
Yeah.
I can't do Napoleon Dynamite.
Um,
It was do the chickens. That's what he was getting. He was helping at the chicken farm. He's like, do the chickens have large talons?
But that being that, once their beak gets dull and like they're, you know, not, I guess, in their prime anymore, what a lot of eagles will do is they'll fly up to a mountain and they'll break their beak off. They'll smash their beak into a rock
Oh my God.
until it grows back, you know, sharper.
Maybe humans
then-
can do that. Can we do that?
After they break their beak and their beak grows back, they end up tearing out their talons. After their talons grow back, they end up plucking out all their old feathers. And then once they take that first like nuptial flight after doing that whole process, that's considered the rebirth of an eagle, and they'll go on to live for like another 30 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I saw that earlier. I don't know how much of it is fact, but, you know, I saw two different, you know, sources of it saying the same thing.
So what is a blood eagle?
It's something to do with Norsemen.
Norseman. It has to do not with Norsemen. That's actually a real thing from back in the what are those? What are
Viking.
back in the Viking days.
Yeah.
If you did something wrong, if you fuck
Yeah,
someone's
they would
wife.
flay you, I think, right?
Okay, so the blood eagle is Nick's gonna have to look it up, but it is you end up they turn your ribs. God, what is it? It's yeah, look up. I want you to read what a blood. I don't want to hear it on the video. I want you to read it. Hey Nick, look that up. Jamie, look that up.
A blood eagle is a method of ritual execution as detailed in late skaldic poetry. According to the two instances mentioned in Christian sagas, the victims in both cases, members of royal families, were placed in a prone position.
Hey Nick, a prone position is face down with your head turned to the left or the right.
Yeah.
Laying down, yeah.
According to the two instances, both were placed in a prone position, their ribs severed from the spine with a sharp tool, and their lungs pulled through the opening to create a pair of wings. There has been,
While they're alive.
continuing debate about whether the right was literary invention or the original text.
So they say on Norsemen, they were like, we're going to give you a blood eagle. And they're like, well, do you want a blood eagle? I think they were sacrificing someone with the blood using the blood eagle as a sacrifice to the gods. And they were like, well, what we're looking to do is sacrifice someone with a blood eagle. The other day, CJ and I were talking about Howard Stern and how I said one of the questions was, I think I asked Connor, give me one character on the Howard Stern show. And he couldn't name any of them because he's never really watched or listened to the Howard Stern show. And I said one of my favorite characters is Wendy, the R word, which is now Wendy, the slow adult. Because they're not allowed to say the R word.
Who says who?
I don't know. That's being woke.
Retard.
Woke people. What? Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
I guess somebody fell asleep.
You heard it now.
Yeah. Like it's
Somebody
a word.
fell asleep. That's how I've never heard anyone use the word woke as backwards. Right? That's really good, Nick. I love it.
It's fucking stupid, but being woke. Oh, somebody must have fell asleep.
So here's my thought as we're ending the end of season 2. Not today, but like very soon we're going to be ending season 2, starting into season 3. So Nick, we're ending very shortly. It's season 2 of the I've Been Tasked With podcast, coming into season 3. What I'm trying to do is we didn't do anything that I announced on season 1 about what we were going to do in season 2. We didn't do it, but I liked the idea of thinking of recharging it with something called Drive. That didn't work out at all. So this might not work, but I would like to see season 3 have more and more of Win Nick's t-shirt. Every episode have somebody either on a call-in, try to win Nick's t-shirt. And I'd like to make it so that nobody ever wins Nick's t-shirt. Because I'm tired of buying t-shirts because everybody keeps winning them. But at the same time, Win Nick's t-shirt seems to be a heavy hitter for a lot of our episodes. A lot of listens, a lot of downloads on Win Nick's t-shirt episodes. And
some trivia-packed questions.
We have not urged anyone to download our podcast on this.
Download.
Just hit the download button, dickheads.
Yeah, do it, pussy.
Yeah, you fuck faces.
You won't.
Come on, man. You can't do it.
You're scared as fuck.
Why don't you try to go around me in traffic?
Why don't you go and delete some fucking storage off your phone so you can fucking download it?
That's not true. I put these episodes out at a lower megabyte per episode so that when you hit the download button, it doesn't screw your phone up. And the reason that these nice people would hit the download button is because if you hit download button, you don't have to stream it and ruin your battery life.
Using up all your data.
You can be a little bit more
cost effective with your wallet.
Yeah, it'll help you out for all
your financial needs.
For all your. Nick's going to be telling his story about baseball stadium tickets coming up here very shortly.
Oh boy!
Oh, it's so good. All this is going to go somewhere. Stick around for it. But yeah, if you hit the download button at your house, you download with your Wi-Fi.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss coming up, what we're doing up here in about 5 minutes. But so definitely hitting the download button at home allows you to download it with the Wi-Fi. You don't use your data. And when you hit play, it's just playing it off of your phone. It's like having an app or something.
And no buffering, no nothing.
Yeah, and when you're done listening, hit the download button again, and it undownloads it. It takes it off your phone. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's the only way that we can tell that you actually heard our episode.
Oh boy, it's free.
Oh boy, you heard it's free.
You heard it here first.
And here's a little bit of our yeah. So this will make
just the sound I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We are coming to the end of our show here, Mr. Nick. Anything you want to say to anybody riding traffic? Oh no, we're not at the end. We're good. We have one more story to tell.
What's that?
I'm going to insert your story now of your.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
so inserted right here.
Bam. Me and my wife went to this client's house for dinner one night. They invited us over and we had dinner and it was decent. They're an older couple. I want to say in like their 60s, maybe close to 70s. The husband, I can't think of his name at the moment. Yeah, we're going to call him Bill and Sherry.
Well, 60?
Bill's of 60s, 70s.
Okay.
Retired, stays at home.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Skilled.
So that being that, he offered for me to go to an Orioles game with him. And me being the nice person, I kind of brushed it off and was like, yeah, maybe, maybe we could do that. And
maybe. Is it a maybe 50-50 or is it a maybe like, I don't want to do that?
It's a maybe like, I don't want to do it.
Okay. That's a big difference.
That's a very big difference. So he ended up reaching out to my wife and basically asked her if I wanted to go. And I was like, I mean, I'm maybe open to it. And, saying maybe. And, I don't want
Oh,
to.
Kate, your wife is
Yeah.
so nice.
And
And she's like, oh, I guess we could.
It would just be me and Bill.
Okay.
I said it wrong. Yeah. So anyway, it was me and Bill. It would just be me and Bill. So I'm talking to him on the phone for the first time 2 days ago. And he's like, yeah, the only time I can get down to the stadium to buy the tickets is on fuck, what did he say?
Does Bill have that whiny?
Yes.
I love people
Is
with whiny stuff.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh, is he Jewish?
He's very Jewish.
Oh, yes. I love it.
And
The only time I can get over there.
yeah, he was like, the only time I can get over there is on like Wednesday or Thursday in the afternoon.
He sounds like the South Park. What? Kyle's brother, Kyle's cousin.
I'm big.
No, he was like, yeah, the only time I can get down there is like Wednesday or Thursday in the afternoon. And
Freaking dying over here.
and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He was like, well, where do you want to sit? And I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
At the
And he was
stadium.
like, what about up
Not in the
He was like,
vehicle.
what about in third row? So I was like, that's fine. I was like, tickets are usually like $20
Is he
to
buying?
$30 up there. And he was like, well, how much do you want to spend for a ticket? He's Jewish. Do you think he's buying my ticket?
No, I don't know. It's not all stereotypical. Not everybody's this. Everybody's different.
No, I'm buying my own ticket. And I just looked online and tickets are currently $32 a piece, which isn't bad, but like you get to choose your seat, but you don't get to choose who sits next to you, really.
Yeah.
So that being that, 32 is the lowest price currently being
That's
sold.
awful.
Exactly. So like I could get down there tomorrow because he still hasn't fucking bought the tickets.
Yeah.
Because he calls me. He's like, yeah, I wasn't able to buy them today, and long story short,
I
I'm
wasn't
not.
able to get the
Yeah.
tickets yet
Yeah, basically.
because nobody has phones. It's not like it's
And
really
that's the
hard.
thing. And he was like, you could buy them online, but then you're paying like $10 extra per ticket. And I'm
Then
like,
you actually get the tickets.
I'm like, oh my fucking god!
But this is awesome.
What really I guess ticked me off was the fact that like
You didn't want to go
no,
anyway.
No, I have my own experiences with going to Orioles games. I've been to multiple fucking Orioles games, right? I've bought tickets that are like fucking $8.
Yeah.
I've bought tickets that are $67.
Yeah.
It just depends on the night. It depends on how good the team is doing. And it just depends on a multitude of factors. If like the cheap tickets have already been bought out, then obviously you're left with higher price tickets.
Yeah.
So that being that, I'm like, yeah, I've bought tickets for $20 before. And he's like, I don't think tickets have ever sold that low. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. But yeah, I've done it before and I know it's a thing because I've looked at tickets with my brother-in-law before. And, we've bought tickets for $20. But it seems like everything is just going to kind of be like, I'm older, I know more, I'm correct, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm correct. You're wrong.
There we go. It's
very good.
just kind of. I can tell you right now, this will probably be the only trip I go on with this gentleman.
Yeah. I've said that in the past. I've said that about my buddy Brendan, our criminal defense lawyer.
But no, yeah, he's
so
different.
Oh my god.
He's a dick, but at least
He's
like
an
you can.
asshole.
At least you can
He
conversate
is the biggest
with him.
asshole I've ever met. I tell him right to his face. I'm like, you need to stop. Everything that you're thinking right now is wrong.
Whatever the fuck you're taking, get off of it.
Get off of it. God, but it's like he's a criminal defense lawyer, so he's super defensive about everything. And I'm like, he's hiring me to fix his boat. And I'm like, well, this is what's wrong. He's like, no, it's not that. It can't be that. I'm like, okay, well, good luck fixing your boat.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home.
And tell me when.
Tell me when you need that done, when you come to the same conclusion I do. I don't know how to describe this is how this
Yeah.
is going to end up. And then I get a phone call. Normally he doesn't even let me leave the property. He's like, okay, fine, we'll do it. I'm like, you tell me what's wrong. I know what's wrong. I'm the one that you called over to fix it.
Yeah. So where's Mr. Snowden?
Connor Snowden.
So he was here yesterday morning or this morning.
He not in Maryland anymore. I don't know. I do know where he went. He doesn't even like sharing the fact that he is alive to anybody. So
Yeah.
I'll just get off that topic. He left this morning at some point. and look at the house. It's destroyed. It's he's taken all of his stuff out, but left trash and bags.
All the stuff he was using.
Everything that of mine that was used and shredded up into pieces is all over the floor. You know, he did do the dishes, and he brought my laundry up, which was nice. But no, Connor's a good person. He needs to. He's getting his shit together. He's out getting his shit together. Nick, we haven't seen you for 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, I've been busy.
What has happened in Nick's world? You're not allowed to say the word work, and you're not allowed to say the word busy. As soon as you say the word work or busy, I'm going to give you an eh.
I've done a lot of lifting at the residence to where I go every day between the hours of around, 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Come on, Nick. I said no work. Outside of work.
That's really all. Outside of work,
What do you just come home and sleep and that's it?
Yeah.
Your life sucks ass.
For the next fucking
wave
3 years,
boating.
it's gonna suck ass.
Yeah, why? You need to be paid for what you're worth.
Yeah.
60 to 70 hours a week is too bad.
Sorry, there's a weird looking guy standing
At my
in
truck.
the road. No, in the road. He was near neighbor's car.
When I mean they, what do you think I mean by they?
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Correct. That's what?
Cut.
Oh, come on. Those people.
Yeah. No, it was a white guy who
I'm not cutting that out.
what? Cut what out?
Every black movie I see, they're always like you people and those guys or those or them.
Oh.
Why can't I say it? Why can't I say? It's always like some skeevy fucking black dude walking out front with the fucking, what are those things called? Do-rags and shit, staring at trucks and touching vehicles. Last podcast I talked about how I yelled at a guy. I was like, "Get off his truck! Stop touching my buddy's truck." What you know what he said? I don't know if you heard it. He said, "Fuck you! I'll touch it again if I want to."
Yeah.
CJ was like, "And what else happened?" I was like, "That was it."
That was it.
He kept walking. He touched the guy across the street's truck. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't touch vehicles.
Some weird shit.
When's the last time you walked down the street wearing a do-rag, looking like some freaking hoodlum, touching vehicles, staring at them?
I mean, it's 7:00 now, so like 2 hours ago.
My ass.
You are
what you look like.
Yeah, there was a gentleman who.
That's fixable. It's not because he's black.
There was a
It's
white
not.
gentleman about a year ago. I've seen him every few months, but he lives in this neighborhood somewhere.
Some skeevy guy, the homeless guy.
It was a white guy, and he always wears like knee-high socks, like bright colored socks.
Bobos?
And he wears a do-rag, and he walks a pit bull.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing. I'd yell the same shit to him. I'd think the same thing about him.
No, it's funny because there's that movie Malibu's Most Wanted.
Oh yeah, be rad.
Yeah, be rad. That's the only thing I can think of is when I see him.
I don't think anybody in the movie calls him Brad. They just call him be rad. Yo, because all the peoples, they be looking at me knowing that I'm the one with the rhythms and I'm the one with the rhymes and I'm going to fuck everybody up when I see them. I don't know. That's my best impression.
I haven't seen that movie in over a decade, so I couldn't tell you.
So Jamie...
it's not...
Jamie, he has a social anxiety issue. He gets really mad at what people post on the internet, so it makes him post even worse stuff. He gets like this anxiety issue, and he's like, I read the stuff that people put online, and it just really gets to me, and I get really hurt inside. And you ought to watch some YouTube stuff of him. Like he's like, you guys just gotta stop coming at me with this stuff, and everyone just hits him harder. Like all the comments on there are the best. I think somebody should do a podcast of just reading the comments that people blast about other people. They're so good. Because, you got like a half hour to think about it. And you're like, what do you...
That's what I think, what's his name did? Kimmel or Fallon? One of them did the reading mean tweets.
I'm sure. The night shows, that's like the hardest... It's not a podcast. It's the hardest...
I know, it's a pathetic, imitation of something.
Yeah. It's just got to keep going and going. Well, 4 hours. Some of the podcasts that we've done recently without you, which ones have you heard?
Cybertruck.
You heard Cybertruck.
Yeah. Like I said, I was working on that one. I don't remember the names of them.
I've changed names.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to hear how the Mickey Coachella concert went? The Mickey Coachella
Yes,
show?
I did want to hear that.
So,
I was. Oh,
hi,
well,
Mickey.
First.
Hi, I'm saying hi to Mickey because he listens.
Hi, Mickey.
He's
I've
the
never
shit.
met you, but
Mickey
I'd
is
like
the
to
best.
someday. But
You will.
I wanted you to explain, I guess, how that went first. I didn't get to hear the Mickey Coachella
I
part.
can throw that in the first if you want.
I was just,
I can move things around, so we can start over and then move your story in. I love the Jewish part. That's so good. All of that was the best way to start an episode.
I just, I've never seen tickets go as low as $20.
It's so good.
It's the nasal. That's all it is. It's the nasal and the delivery.
It's the delivery and not giving any effort into getting any volume coming out of your voice. You don't want to lose all your energy.
It's a little bit of a workout if you think about it.
If I'm thinking about it too much now, it's starting to sound horrible.
Here we go. All right, Nick's in studio.
Damn.
Now that we're at the end of the story and everybody heard it,
Thanks for listening.
I want you to know that we love everybody and everyone in the world, except for the people that try to cut around us in traffic.
They're just the worst.
They're the worst. No, God damn it. I mean, if you can't stand in line at a Walmart, don't go to Walmart. If you can't stand in line in a car and you have to go around people, don't drive. Or leave earlier. I asked a wise man once. I'm gonna end this with end the podcast with this. I'm not gonna say which welding company this is, but it's a family-owned welding company, and I know the guy. I'm gonna call him Jeff. Is what his name is. This guy Jeff. He's an amazing welder. He's got 18 welders that go mobily around Halethorpe and Linthicum, and they're doing incredible stuff. I mean, they weld roof trusses, they weld vehicles. You can call them and be like, I broke my bumper, I need it welded on. They'll show up, and your bill's going to be pretty good. But the weld is going to be legal, and it's going to be perfect. So this guy, I'm at his house. I'm at his building. I feel like it's his house because you feel like home there. You feel like you're at a great place. You're being taken care of, And out front of the welding place, there's an old truck that this old man is playing with. It's like this really old truck. It's been sitting out front for a long time, and he's out there playing with it, and it looks really cool. It's all done up, and I guess he's washing and waxing it, whatever. It's probably from 1930 or 1940. And I'm talking to this old man, and I was asking him questions. This is 2 years ago, and I was like, "You're a wise person. I can tell. You got some age to you. What if you could tell one young person coming into the world of the construction and the welding, what would you tell them as advice for life?" And literally the one thing that he told me, the only thing that he told me was, leave earlier. There's no reason to speed. Leave earlier. He's like, in the morning, I'm driving and everyone's just honking at each other. He's like, just leave 10 minutes earlier. That's it. That's the only advice that he wanted to tell everyone in the entire world was leave earlier. Now,
Then everybody's going to be doing the same fucking thing.
I guess so. I'm not saying I'm taking his advice. I hear his advice. I hear him.
I understand it.
I understand it. And that was his advice. If anybody can take that advice.
That's the thing, though, is
As we're telling people, get the fuck out of our way.
fuck out of our way.
Oh, my God. There's your money sound. And Nick, I'm going to wrap this up. CJ, I want to say hi to you. And all my friends out there, and I guess Connor, if you're listening, and all that kind of stuff. I'm hitting buttons, just random buttons. Anything you want to say, Nick, before we go?
Take it away, buddy.
Ruff.